now I can tell you guys that I really wanted to cover Stuck in the Abyss because of one reason. And it was because I really wanted to do the death drop meme. That meme has changed my life. I think about that meme like every day. I watch it every day. I've watched so many death drop compilations because of that meme. To the person who like created that meme, you are my god and I worship you and you're my religion. So I really appreciate that all of Noctic's members like allowed me to do that for my 3D debut, even though it's, you know, their song. So I hope you guys noticed the shout out in the beginning. I was really nervous about doing the death drop because number one, it's really difficult. Number two, I like researched a bit on it and it said, well, like Google told me, like if you didn't do it properly, you could like break your kneecaps. And then I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do it. And then I looked at the meme again. And then I was like, but I have to. There's no way I'm not gonna do this. I will die, but it will be worth it. Yeah, I remember when we were filming the music video, I stretched for like 40 minutes. Because I don't really go outside or exercise. I'm pretty flexible, but like, you know, I'm not like good at doing any of physical activities, you know. And I even like asked Mane-san beforehand. I asked her, I was like, Mane-san, where is the closest hospital? Just in case. Please let me know, like, how long does it take for us to go to the hospital from where we are right now? Like, I needed to know. They were like, ha, no, you're not gonna go to the hospital. And I looked at Mane-san and all the 3D studio staff and I was like, you guys, I need you to look at this meme again. There's like a bunch of people falling and then it's called a death drop, guys. And then I love how the staff were like, oh, what is this called? What is this death move called? Or dance move called? And I was like, death drop. And they're like, oh, death drop? かっこいい! And I was like, かっこいいけど、もしか、like, 死にます. They gave me like a mattress, but it wasn't. Look, guys, Japanese culture, people sleep on futons. I'm from Canada. When I think about a mattress, I think like, oh yeah, it's gonna be really bouncy. There's gonna be springs in the mattress or underneath. You know, it's gonna be thick. These Japanese people gave me like this hard ass futon mattress, and I was like, this is like as if I'm doing it on the floor, but like slightly softer. I was looking at this mattress like sweating. I was like, oh yeah, it should be fine. If I like fall on the mattress, it's okay. And then I went to the studio to record this music video and they were like, yeah, we got you a mattress, here you go. And then I looked at this mattress and I was like, すみません。これはちょっと硬いです. And they were like, really? It's not that hard. And I was like, I mean, I don't have much like meat on me, so yeah, it's a little hard for me. Wasn't it like a gym mat? No, it wasn't. It was just like this thing with fabric. It was so funny. Maybe use two next time. I think the problem was the actual mattress itself was one of those like hard mattresses, so that when people slept on them, it would be good for their backs. And I was like, wow, I'll probably need to be on this mattress afterwards, like all the way to the hospital. So I was so like worried, and I felt bad because like, you know, why would you try to do something that like you can't do? So I felt really bad and embarrassed of myself because I asked for such a big request, and then I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna fall down, and then like it's not gonna be perfect, but as long as I don't die or break my spine or my knees or my neck, we're good. like my Mane-san and the director studio like talked about this for like a good half an hour. They were just like, what could we do? They're like, And then after half an hour, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. And Mane-san was like, do you want me to like do it for you? And then I looked at her, I was like, why would you do that, first of all? And she was like, well, because you're the important one and you can't get hurt. But I'm just the manager. And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, you can't, no. That's like, no. Don't do that. I couldn't believe that Mane-san said that. Like, I hope she was like low-key joking, but she was so serious. She was like, I can just do it for you. And I was like, no, absolutely not. I like watched like at least 50 videos, but you've only seen this one time. Like, no. Mane-san, if I can't do it, then you can't do it. I know, Mane-san is important too. I couldn't believe she like put herself on the line like that. I don't know. It was so sweet though. But anyways, thankfully, I didn't really like break anything. Although during the rehearsal, I don't know if it was like a tendon or something, but like I felt something and I was like, and I kind of just laid there. I think you guys saw in the bloopers. Like, that was a blooper reel during the credits. And I just like laid there because I was like thinking like, can I still move my legs? But anyways, it was just like a tiny one. I pulled my tendon like a little bit or almost maybe. So then after like half an hour, it was fine. Well, I do remember a lot of the staff, like the cameraman. Oh my god, yes! Let me talk about the cameraman. When I did the death drop, guess who else also dropped with me? They didn't do the death drop, but they held this camera is really heavy. They held this camera. I call him the death drop cameraman. This is the title that he has earned. So while I was doing my death drop like rehearsals, like they were trying to figure out what would be the best way to like film this drop. And they concluded that the cameraman would have to drop with me. And the cameraman was like, I'm with you all the way. Like there was no hesitation whatsoever. Like he came up to me and he was like, Enna, when you drop, I'm gonna drop with you. So then it's like kind of like first person sort of POV. I know, he was crazy. And you know what? He even took off his socks like, so he could have like more grip on the floor. It was crazy. This cameraman was so dedicated. He took off his socks so that he could like have more grip on his feet because he was carrying this big ass heavy camera. And then I was like, are you sure you want to do that? And he was like, I'm with you all the way. We're gonna do this. And I was like, oh my god, not only am I gonna die, but I'm gonna die with the cameraman. Like, there's gonna be 2 people sent to the hospital. This is a terrible idea. I was so worried. I was like, we have to do this in like one take. Because I'm not making you drop like 200 times with me. While I dropped, the cameraman dropped with me and like I just see him on the floor, and he was so dedicated. He was like still holding the camera. And I was like, after we did that, I was like, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, you know, the side of my ribs kind of hurt, but like, other than that, nothing's broken. And I was like, you are my favorite cameraman, and I will never forget you. You are gonna be named the Death Drop Cameraman, and I'll name my son after you. Yeah, I really admire all the staff that I worked with, and I'm glad that nobody got hurt. You know what, guys? I'm more fit than I thought. I don't go out, I don't really exercise, but man, my body is durable. I'm gonna have to give myself some props for like doing all this, you know? I thought I would die. And actually, it wasn't too bad.
Into energy and feel my mind, I'm locked in, no stopping. I'm feeling like sitting in a cockpit. I'm lost in my thoughts and I'm spinning or listening to my toxins. The center of my scene, make you bow down on your knees. 俺は唯一無二何も壊